Everybody, International Master William Paschall here from Los Estados Unidos. The United States has no official language. Did you know that? Anyway, some people in our humble country don't know that. But anyway, I just wanted to point it out. I'm in the United States, guys. I'm usually streaming from Hungary, but I'm on the other side of the pond. We're streaming from Massachusetts in the USA. I've been here for a couple of weeks. I'm over the jet lag now. And we're going to be playing unusual openings chess here. Unusual openings in blitz and rapid chess. If I'm a little bit loopy today, I probably worked too hard or something. I have to think of new excuses for my bad results. But we're going to have fun just playing some experimental openings with you guys. Maybe we'll learn something. I'd like to thank everyone for supporting the stream by subscribing. I noticed that PQ... I'm just going to call him PQ because it's too hard to say his name. He subscribed. We have a whole bunch of subscribers in the house. Acerbate, S4. I can't scroll up for some reason. PQ, Bob. Bob is here, causing trouble as usual. Yeah, that's it. Arsenal fan, a regular to the stream, our old friend. So lots of friends here. It's good to see you guys. After a hard day at the chess ovens. Alright, let's get started. The stream looks okay. Hopefully we don't have too much lag. My wonderful Comcast internet cut out for about an hour in the morning, but they came back. So I was actually impressed by that 1 hour downtime. They got their act together pretty quickly. So that was reassuring. Our ping's about 189. Doesn't look too bad. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Coffee, welcome. Just having a coffee in honor of you. All right, let's get it started. So I've got challenges with Morwa. I'm going to take the subscribers first. I kind of feel bad for Alake, though. I might even take his challenge. Does he have like less than 100 games or something? No, he's got a lot of games. Whoa, he's pretty strong. He's like 2,200 in Blitz. 1,500, that's just a provisional rating. Okay, that guy's pretty good. I'm going to start with Morwa here. Our old friend and subscriber. Morwa. Can of lager in the fridge. I know, isn't that like the best feeling? It's almost as good as finding money that you forgot you had hidden away somewhere. That doesn't happen enough. Alright, so... what are we going to play against Mr. Morwa with the unusual opening stream? Busta Benoni. Actually, Tushar Kamde played this against me yesterday. This is the bane of everyone who plays like d4, c5. Oh no, like that's the feeling. They played c3. My friend Emil would be like trying to play the the c3 Sicilian, but not here because white could take on c5. You can't do that. I mean, I think that e6 is a good move, but e6 looks a little like too easy to transpose to some kind of like, yeah, French basically. That's not an obscure opening. I don't know what it is now. I mean, he played c3. It's hard to play an unusual opening against that. I tried to play an unusual opening. It didn't work. Mule Skinner, thanks for hanging out with us lately. If I'm white, I will play 1g4. That's okay. You know, so it's kind of beyond the point of playing unusual openings at this point. If white's going to play something like the Kali system, I mean, or the Slav reversed, it's pretty much difficult to do anything too unusual here. And it's a fast game. Guys, you can challenge me anything between 5 plus 3 and 7 plus 3. 5 plus 4, 5 plus 5, 6 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 6 plus 5, etc., etc. I don't know what to do. Alright, we'll just transpose probably to like a London system. I tried, but he played c3. I don't know what to do after that. Maybe I should have just gone with the flow. But I don't have a lot of crazy moves at my disposal here. Probably something like Queen c7 would have been best. Now it's like a Tory attack main line. After bishop g5. I made a very brief attempt to play an unusual opening here, but I've been pushed out of book. So, bishop e7, I suppose. For one thing. Tory attack on board. Is that Bob's favorite opening? Are you interested in playing a weird start position? Thanks for the auto host, Tushar. Yeah, gambits are fun. Welcome everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me. It looks like this time is a little, it's a little more popular than my European time. We've got players from both sides of the globe. Now knight on bd2. I was mostly concerned, what was I concerned about there? I was mostly concerned about like bishop takes f6. I would take back with the g-pawn and play dynamically. Yeah, now he's threatening e4. We don't really want any part in that. I can play d5. C takes d makes sense. It's so not dynamic, though. Mr. Coffee. This looks like a Mr. Coffee opening for both colors, actually. In France, it's easier to follow my stream with a new schedule. I can't say it. Mariona. Mariona. Can't stop myself. Mariona. Alright. Knight on bd2, d5. Now it's just like a main line. Some kind of classic. I never play this kind of position. What have I done to myself? Alright. Well, my bishop would normally be on a more active square there. Drifting into kind of a mainline Tory attack that I don't play with black. That's an unusual opening for me. So, I'm taking, yeah, you're liking this game so far. He takes on c5. Anytime you move a pawn, you weaken your structure. Including this one. Totally Mr. Coffee style for both colors. Mr. Coffee plays a lot of games though with the Kali system. He has tried bishop g5, I think. It seems like this bishop's going to be driven back anyway. It's an unusual opening for me. I don't know about him. It's funny because Morwa plays e4 too, so he's playing both. I'm playing low risk here. It looks like what I would play if I was playing myself. Exactly. It's Mr. Coffee's symmetrical. A queen b1. I've probably used this idea in a similar position myself. Myself as well. It's a little eccentric because you're blocking the rook on a1, but the rook could possibly get in the game like a4, a5. But it controls e4 directly, whereas if you like put the queen on e2, you don't control e4 directly. I could possibly play like knight e4, so it gives him additional options, let's say. He can play e4 or not. Yeah, e4 looks okay. e4 knight c5 would be a combative response, but he always has check. Remember that my king is still in the center. His king is castled. I don't really like this move by white. We're going to go crazy. I'm going to take with the pawn. Akiba Rubinstein. A very risky decision here by black. But I decided to have a little bit of fun. Challenge you to a weird position. That's a new concept. Basically like a Rubinstein French. We're still in Mr. Coffee's repertoire. I'm giving away all your secrets, Mr. Coffee. All right. I didn't really want to play knight c5 because of bishop e5 check. I guess it might have been a ghost, though. Ghost fear. Fear of ghosts. White's remaining very, very solid here. It was a little unnecessary to play g takes f6. I should just recapture with a knight. He has a check on b5, but I don't think that's a big deal. I could play king f8, king g7, probably. Knight takes f6, bishop b5, check, king f8. Should be like equal for black. I don't know which way to put my king. Castle queenside or castle kingside? Probably castle kingside and hide my king on h8. We're living on the edge here. Well, it is a little bit of a strange position, but I don't want to bring his queen out or his knight out if I can help it to e4 with tempo. If he plays c4, he weakens his whole structure. This is basically like really conservative play by white. Tough decision. Which way to go? Not castle at all. If I could put the king on e7. Yeah, that would be fine. In an endgame, maybe. But there's still two heavy pieces on board. Man, I don't know what to do. So many choices and so little time. Castle's king side. Yeah. Well. We've got to use our pawns to control key central squares. F6, taking away this square. That's got to be vital. He's getting really aggressive here. Wow. Oh man, I'm scared. This move isn't good. Looks like I'm losing material. That was a bad idea. Why did I put my king there? My king was on d8. Time to bail out. I'm losing a pawn. Just losing a pawn. Just for fun. Losing pawn for kicks. That was a good move. We have pretty good king position. I don't want to say compensation, but I gotta be careful here. It's kind of a pity to do this. Marwa played this really well, though. But I have knight d3 check. I think I have to do this. Man, he played this like a genius. Now that move may not be good. Lucky to be alive comes to mind. Where do I go? Man, what is going on around here? Oh my god. He just blundered in a brilliant game, man. Brilliant game. He was crushing me. He played well. He played well. Good game. Last move, not good. The rest of the moves were good. All it takes is one mistake. Knight f4 is extremely strong. I didn't realize how my king was getting basically fried here when he brought the knight back to e2. I was almost getting out of this. And then I played like rook c8 here. I mean, right now I have to find a good move. Knight c5 check, rook e8 check. Rook e8, why didn't I play rook? I don't know, I just lost my mind. I mean, rook e8 check is okay. Black should have enough compensation to hold on. That was really a bad idea. Okay, guys, let's move on. So, next subscriber, PQLLED. Looks like I got the crazy lag again. Wait. You want me to check if I want to play a crazy position, but how do I do that, Tushar? I don't understand. How do I see the position? Am I stupid or something? Tushar, I thought you were like sending me a... I thought you were sending me like the chess panda. Chess panda today. Hey. Guys, hey, oh. Yeah, you like my sleeping bag? What's up? No computers. I told you guys. No help. No assistance. Alright? Okay. Later. So, I don't know. I'm gonna start the game in a moment, but Tushar, what did you... Well, how do I access this position? Alexei is a subscriber. Alright, we'll take him next. We'll take him next. And we'll look at the Tushar game after this. Let's just play. Unusual openings. I'm going to play b3. I'm on the mobile. Your challenge disappeared. Okay. So f5 against b3. I think we just play like a conservative anti-Dutch setup. Neil Skinner, you have in Denmark, you have a guy that invites to taste strong chili. Chili claws. That's awesome. Let's do a double fianchetto. G3 F5. I mean B3 F5 G3. It doesn't matter. You can play it in any order. But I think the double fianchetto is a good system against the Dutch. Like pretty much every variation of the Dutch. Just put your bishops on the long diagonals and take things. So a friend of mine said a long time ago. That's kind of the way Alexander Ivanov plays. Grandmaster, friend of mine. Alright, D5. So he's trying to play the stone wall. Okay. If I play C4, you can play D4. Where's the pufferfish? He's here. Master Fugu. Maybe we'll see him a little later in the show. Got all these additional excellent video store guy impression. All right, knight c6. That's a weird move, blocking the c pawn. You're making me wanna play d4, but he's gonna play e5 and play the what's it called, the Austrian attack against my b3, a tempo down. If I do like d3, we'll have the Austrian attack. Can he afford to be like a tempo down there? Otherwise, I can play d4 if I have to. You could even play knight e5, but it looks like a waste of time, kind of. What would Larsen do? Speaking of Denmark, I wonder where... You love black center here. I mean, I should be able to do pretty much anything I want. If I castle, he's going to play a tempo down. Austrian attack type of thing. Alright, man, bring it on. The Dorset Chili Company. Alright, bring it on. Oh, you can't play e5. It hangs a pawn. I tried to talk him into it, but it didn't work. Alright. He's like, wait a minute. What's he talking about? My fears. We face our ultimate fears, like just getting in e5. I was prepared for e5, but it doesn't work. You have to prepare it. So if you play bishop d6, I can play c4. It's not that easy anymore, is it? The knight on c6 is pretty weird. So his opening is weirder than my weird opening. b3, it's weird for me, but I've been known to play... I played b3 maybe like 3, 4, 5 tournament games in my life. I still consider it a weird opening for me. I don't really like... The Blowfish is here. He'll be on later. I guess you can call it a pufferfish. A pufferfish. Some people say that. Scientific name is Blowfish. Alright. What are we doing? Well, we've got a little bit of more claim. We have more of a claim to the center now. It's not going to, like, he can't just overrun me with this, you know, d4, e5 nonsense without something going against him. Chili dogs. Good idea. Man, I'm getting hungry. Don't talk about food. I'm cooking... I think I'm cooking steak tips for dinner. Alright. Wow, okay, f4. You're down with the development. He's not down with development. I mean, f4 is a move. I guess he could play that whenever he wants to. Classic. If knight c3... Yeah, I mean, knight c3, d4. And then knight b5, e5. That would be weird. I could play e3 here. Kind of interesting. G takes f, bishop takes f, c5. Threatening to win a piece. Not really. He can always go back there. I'm getting a little too creative. Okay, so knight c3 is usually better than knight to d2 in a vacuum. We get the knight to a more active square. But this is a complicated game. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it out like it's... I'm playing the Pirtz defense with colors reversed. You know, that's what it looks like. The routine move is knight d2, but the knight is passively placed there. So can we play with a more active knight? Chess panda. Pandas are the coolest chess-colored animal. What is up, guys? Tomorrow night we're going to have our subscriber stream. I got to remember to send out an email to remind all the subscribers. Subscriber email. Thursday, it will be, 4 p.m. EDT. Guys, bring your games. Games for analysis tomorrow. Got lots of challenges. So Aleke will go down next. He's a subscriber. I didn't realize that. And then Arsenal fan. Well, Tushar, I don't know. He's way down there. He wants to play from position. How can I see what the position is? Is that even possible? Can I see the position, Tushar? How can I see it? Without, accepting your challenge. Passive move. Wow. You're retreating. He's trying to correct the position of his knight. Classic. Wow, this is weird. So knight b5. Well, he's going to give me his bishop. He's got to give me his bishop. Give me the bishop. Come on. Game 1 abort. Weird opening indeed. Weird position. Thanks, guys, for subscribing, and thanks to those who've donated. We had a lot of bits donations on Sunday. Again, the other day, Juicebox Wizard. All right. So he's kind of migrating all of his pieces over toward the king side, which I'm not that thrilled about. I mean, strangely enough, e3 might actually be a decent move. It's also weakening. Let's not say we did. All right, he surprised me here. I was expecting pawn takes, but a lot of people just don't like taking with the pawn. And now e3 feels a little more safe to play that, probably. Still, it has its moments. I don't know. Just migrating. The great migration toward the king side. Then another solid move. I think rook c2 was kind of slow, but, we've got this Reti recard type of thing. Maybe d4, e4, knight e5. It's a little too crazy. I was honestly concerned about rook f5 there. I mean, it's pretty crazy, but... Okay, I regret this queen a1 move in a way. He's just developing his pieces while I'm doing nothing. This is kind of passive for what I don't think he should be playing for e4. I think that's possible, but this is just a shield. You mean me playing e4? You know, it didn't even occur to me that I could do that, but maybe it was a good move. He could take en passant and then play e4 there to just kind of mess up the structure. Yeah, maybe I should have played that. Yeah, knight g5, but then what? You know, like my knight actually... It doesn't really threaten anything, you know? I mean, I'm just going to a good square, but there's nothing together with that, you know, really working together. So he's just really centralized his pieces well. He's got these pieces that just hang out, you know, and they're on good squares, and I can't really do anything. I mean, I'm concerned that the Arsenal fan that my knight is one of my only kingside defenders. If it migrates over to like c5, I could have troubles on the kingside, so I've got to be a little bit careful about that. It's a very, very tempting and natural plan, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about bishop h1 either, to be honest with you. Maybe a mistake. Queen g4. Wow. Trying to kill me. I feel like I'm playing the dragon. Maybe I could put a rook on e4. Rook c5. The Soltis variation of the dragon. Trying to keep him honest here. What is this? Some kind of trick? Rook takes c6. I don't know. It's like a trick. Knight f6. Exchange sacrifice, nothing new in the dragon. I was thinking bishop f3, some sort of in-between move. But I can't do that right away. To take this back first. Oh, yes, queen h5. Are you kidding me? Oh. I guess this is a good idea. No doubt we're winning now. I think he had a really good position at some point, but it sort of melted down. I hallucinated, I had a check. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that black was better at some point. All right, guys, let's go on. Next game, Alec. I don't remember if I've played Alec before. I guess not. Like Alexei, but Alec. Good luck. It's unusual opening, so let's play e4 and see what we can make up. The King's Gambit, no. I actually played this, I think, years ago. Usually a transpositional tool for white to play knight e2. Just try to get people to not play the dragon and the Najdorf. Knight c6 is a good move, though. If g3, then d5. And I think black already has a pretty good game there. g3, d5. The Wing Gambit. Yeah, the last time I played that, I got a bad position. Check the position in the background. But how do I... Tushar, how do I check this position? Can somebody explain that to me? Alright, let's just play an open Sicilian, then play a weird move from there. C takes d4, knight takes d4. Accept the challenge in the background. What am I going to do? Like, play 2 games at once? I'm confused. So, I don't have any ideas here. The only thing I know... Oh, just don't play any moves. Okay. I get it now. I forgot that, like, the clock doesn't run if it's, like, casual challenges. The only idea you have for Alexei Sveshnikov is this unprovoked knight a3, which I saw played by some... I saw this played by some strong player a while back. Just something different, you know, against the Sveshnikov. Just to confuse the Sveshnikov player. It's not rated. Exactly. Knight a3 is the main line. No, Tushar, it's not. It's not the main line, man. It's definitely not the same position. You have to wait for a6, and then you play knight a3, normally. I wouldn't introduce this as some unusual opening if it was like the main line. Alright, so he played bishop e6. He's pretty strong. 2,000 bullet, 2,200 blitz. What is that? How many games? 300. Okay. All right. I think knight c4 would be the other option for white here. Normal, but a different position. Yeah, but this is specifics. Sveshnikov, very, very good opening. One of the best for black. I'm just going to try to play logically here without wasting too much time. This is similar to another line with like the Larson variation or whatever it's called. Black plays like bishop e6 instead of a6 in the Sveshnikov. Alright, so we're coming here now. Camel Culture hates both sides, especially. It was my first defense with black. I got like Adorian's original book, and I was like 1200. And I tried to read the card catalog or whatever it's called, decimal point chapters the guy had. It was like I was 1200 rated player, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I was like confused by this Adorian 20 moves, 30 move analysis with like knight sacrifices on b5. And I just gave up. I was like, I'm not playing this opening. It's just too complicated. That was back in like 1987, 1986. Little did I know I would end up living in Hungary, the home of Andras Dorian. How do you think I could improve my chances of successfully committing suicide? I'm not able to improve my rating for a while. I don't want to encourage that. Aleke is like offering a pawn here. Wow. That is craziness. Just offering his pawn on d6. I don't want your stinking pawn. I don't want that pawn. I mean, queen takes d6, knight d4, is that it? And then you have like some initiative. He can avoid the exchange of queens somehow with like queen c8 probably. Queen c8, queen c5. It looks very dangerous for white to take the pawn. I'm not interested. Yeah, Bob will help you out. But of course we don't. I thought you were 39. Who said I'm not 39? I wasn't alive in 1987? Wait. Let's see, 87 plus 13 plus 18 is like 31. 13 plus 18 is 31. Which leaves 8. So you don't believe that I was studying at Dorian when I was 8 years old? Alright. Knight d4. Or 7. He's basically playing the whole variation the way you would play it in the Larson system. Just that nobody's played a6. Well, you don't play a6 in that line either. Why is it different? I guess he's like a tempo ahead or something, because I played... I don't know. It's kind of... I'm getting confused. All right. Should I play knight to d5 here? I feel like I have to castle. Turkey Farm said he was born in 87, picked up chess in 2013. Turkey Farm, seriously? Wow. Just 5 years. I'm 39 and I'm never getting older. Knight d5. What are we doing here with this guy? He's too strong. He's just too strong. I don't like him. I'm just kidding. Thanks for subscribing, Aleke. It's good to have some strong players around. 2200. I don't look a day over 44. It's very generous of you. Bob's always a complimentary guy. He's always focusing on the niceties, positives. Doing math. I told you my math story. That's the question they always ask you at parties. You must be really good at math. But just because you're a chess player doesn't mean you're good at math, right, Panda? Oh, hey. Yeah, yeah. He basically, like, failed all his math classes in college. Except for statistics. Yeah. He knows about statistics. Alright. But that's it. No, I didn't fail any classes, Panda. I just dropped them. Alright. Knight c6. He's going back. Back. Safety first. Safety, Panda. Math and war strategy. Hey, what's up, JCS? No, I don't think so. Tushar. Notice that Bombus wasn't a subscriber. It's a very important criteria. 97 is a very safe move for black here. Yeah, the Panda forced me to play h4 yesterday in the Queen's Gambit. Bishop c4 there, suggested. I think this is just equal. Maybe black's even better. I was thinking like knight f5. That's insane. That can't happen. You know, Wesley So would be looking for like f5. Caruana. No. This is just an equal position, I guess. Maybe black's even better. Galtherman resigned against you because he was bogged down after you resigned to Bombast. Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if I play or not against Bombast. I mean, objectively, Tushar. Like, I'm gonna lose, like, probably anyway. I guess he gave me some draws. Now black is better. It's been said that black is better. Kind of a classic Sveshnikov position with opposite-colored bishops. I was thinking about f4. So rook e1. Getting kind of short of time. I guess black is better. Who is that? Sotofkin. He should take with a rook on f5. No take with a rook. I had bishop g4 there. I'm just kidding around. Double-edged position. You play for initiative? We just go crazy here with g4. Risky. Like, crossing the street is risky. I say this all the time, but... I guess he doesn't want to beat Divakaran Tushar. That's how he keeps his rating down. I don't know, man. I only know the games that he's played against me. I can't explain it. So g4, what's going on? I'm trying to get some counterplay. White squares versus dark squares. b7 is a target. Very sharp position. So he ends up winning a pawn. But I think in upscaler bishop positions, the pawn doesn't matter so much. He doesn't even want it. He missed a tactic there with rook takes f4. I'm not sure what happens at the end. All right, well, I mean, he was better the whole game, and then he probably missed some wins, and then I offered a draw here. But it's probably equal now. I think the black played the opening perfectly, and then it's fair to agree to a draw at this point. Even here, I mean, he missed strong queen c4. But I thought that, like, previous move, he had rook takes f4. Doesn't work. Yeah, he has rook takes f4. So he was just better. I mean, this was lucky for me to get a draw. All right. He missed a lot of good moves at the end, but he was getting short of time. Oh, say okay. Let's start the Tushar game in a separate window. How do I do that? Tushar, I'll play the position, whatever it is. I don't care. I'm not going to do it. I'll just play it when we play, and I play. I accept your challenge. All right, Arsenal fan. I think I lost to Arsenal fan with f4. Merle Dixon, another subscriber here. Rook takes f4, rook takes f4, queen c1, check, and you just take on f4. Easy as pie. So, I think I lost to Arsenal fan the one time I played the Birds opening. Strangely enough. I'm going to play e3. I think last time I probably played g3. I tend to try to play the Leningrad. You block with queen d1 protected by bishop, but he's still taking on f4. Sotovkin. I mean, he's trading a rook for a rook and winning a pawn in the process. I mean, that's all. It's just winning a pawn. It's not like ending the game, but black wins a pawn. Okay, cool. So now we can play like a Bird Larson or something. Or even a Nimzo or Bogo Indian of sorts. I agree, work can be therapeutic. Even washing the dishes can be very relaxing. Sounds like a joke, but, just for example, if you have stress or something, I mean, I think simple tasks that we could equate to work are indeed relaxing. Yeah, I agree, man. I'm sure that in like hospitals for people that have breakdowns, I mean, doing kind of work has to be very, very therapeutic in many cases. Howard Stern says his best job was a restaurant dishwasher. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not surprised. All right, A6. Just a Bogo reversed. But we got F4 in. Let's get castled. All right. Arsenal fan, again, gravitating toward a D4 type of opening. That seems like your natural kind of path, Arsenal fan. Like, I know you play E4, but it feels like somehow, in the grand scheme of things, you naturally gravitate to more of a D4 type of game. We're trying to do our best to play like Nimzovic here, the early F4. But I just remember losing to Arsenal in that reversed Leningrad attempt, which is basically nothing more than like a closed Sicilian or something. You can't play the birds opening unless you can play the closed Sicilian, because that's all it really is. I mean, if black plays C5 or something, you're just playing the closed Sicilian. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing. Merle Dixon, our top bit donations for the week with 101. Guys, tomorrow night is the subscriber stream. This is a strong move from Arsenal fan. Surveilling that F4 pawn. And I guess that's a strong move. I thought I had an idea, and then it just like disappeared from my brain. Like E4, one of those closed Sicilian type of pawn sacrifices, though. Grand Prix attack type of pawn sacrifices. Can you really take on F4? Is that a trap? Like E4, bishop takes F4, bishop takes F4, queen takes F4. It almost seems like white should have some attack, but I don't quite see it. I don't have time to mess around. I'm basically playing the Simon Williams Dutch with colors reversed. Camel Culture, nice squid, man. That's awesome. That's an awesome emote, man. I love that. Queen C7. I want to play E4 without like having to weaken my king side with G3. That's how I'm looking at this. My mentality here. If he castles, can I play E4 and sacrifice the pawn? Metal music. Helping you control your impulses. I listened to all kinds of weird music when I was successfully playing poker online. Some really weird stuff I was successful with. This strange band from the 80s, like in the 70s, Per Ubu. I remember that was like... I actually played well when I listened to that. And it was just really bizarre. Let's see. E4, bishop takes F4, E5, bishop takes C1. I mean, I just can't stand the idea of playing g3 here. Maybe I have no choice. There's no discoveries or anything like that. If he takes on f4 with the queen. But basically nothing for me. A big nothing. Alright. I don't see another way to do this. Really, I don't know. Nefedov and Arsenal fan are two primary viewers from the UK. I get them confused when I'm thinking about the players from the UK. And someone just mentioned Nefedov. Nefedov arrived. What's up, man? Good to see you, Pavel. G3. I didn't want to make this move because it weakens my position. Every pawn move is a weakness. S4 donated 1,000 bits. Hey. That's mine. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Thank you. 1,000 bits. What's the best black and white animal? That's right. Alright. Well, we're coming with e4, and we're just in time. Arsenal gave me too much time to play e4. He should have hit me with e5 right away. I think that was the secret here. Right, Panda? He should just go with e5. Then it's complicated. What do I do? Like f5 or something? Take? I don't really like taking. I think he missed the window of opportunity. Thank you for the 1,000 bits donation, S4. Are you in the challenge list today? You didn't play. Oh, there he is. He's next. Okay, awesome. So he gets to play next. Zebras suck. D5. And then we want to keep him shut down. So we've got to go. We got to keep it locked up. This rook's too strong. We want to make his bishop bad if we can. It's a wrestling match now. Locking it up. Locking it up on a King's Indian type of in a King's Indian type of way. Well, this is not a no-brainer. I mean, maybe we could consider taking with the knight. What do we do if we take with the knight? It feels like that's good for him. It kind of like lets him out of the bag a little bit. So we're taking with the pawn, avoiding exchanges. I think his knight is sort of bottled up there on d7. If I trade knights, plus my knight has hopes to go to d5. You and Rich are two different people. Yeah, I recall you guys having an argument. Like, it's definitely different people. All right, c4, king g2, getting off the hot diagonal. If you're not different people, then your wives are going to be very upset, I'm afraid. All right. Yeah, bishop b4 is a strong move, mister. That's a strong move. But it's a weird position because if he takes, let's see. What am I going to do about this? Knight d2. This is getting kind of hot. It's getting kind of hot in here. Okay, very positional idea. Well, I think I have to do like bishop d2. I don't have a better idea. I don't really want my pawns to be smashed. We have to be very careful, though. It looks like black has got a lot of counterplay. Even with this dumb rook on f8, it looks sort of silly. My position has its problems, too. I mean, I kind of liked rook on a to e8, but now the way it ends up, it looks like the other rook should have come to e8. It's good we can joke about it. So queen takes now. Things start to get hairy. Better hang on to your safety belts. Man, I don't know what to do. There's bishop e4, forcing him to sack the exchange. Well, actually, it doesn't. Yeah, maybe that's the best bet. Well, I guess he has to. I mean, this should win material. Maybe not. I was picking on that rook on f8. Now I really putting my whatever. What is the saying? Can't remember any sayings anymore. Having a little trouble here. All right, put your money where your mouth is. That's like I would fail on the Wheel of Fortune. Like really major Wheel of Fortune fail right there. Yeah, you could just see me losing my chance at a vacation and $10,000 because I can't remember that phrase. A5. Maybe we can distract my opponent with comedy. Hey. Thanks for the bits donation. Where's the panda? Alright, knight e4. Knight here? Surround sound. We're just... There's no time for niceties like rook a3. That might have been a good move, or rook e3. Yeah, I figured you would see it your way. It's a good pawn sacrifice. Now it looks like an f3 Nimzo where black lost the exchange. Objectively winning, but, you know, it's still not easy for white to break through with no open lines for my rooks. I think that he might have even been better at some point, though, objectively. The problem is the rich is very fast, so it's not going to be easy no matter what I do. We may get to the point where my pieces are just too active. Yeah, I thought you'd see it your way. Now my pieces are super active. That may be too much for black to handle. Seems like too much now. Wow, he actually just loses a piece there. It's trapped in midboard. I didn't even see that. Like, I didn't think the square was protected when I went rook d5. Yeah, that's the same hallucination I had. Exactly what I'm talking about. I thought that was covered. I didn't know that was covered either. Don't worry about it. But I think that your key mistake there... Let's see this position, because it was kind of interesting. Well, I mean, when I played bishop b4, I mean, the point is, like, you can play knight takes e4. I thought that was, like, really good compensation. Here, seriously. This way... Man. I have no idea who's better here after knight takes e4. Why isn't it letting me make the move? Computer is lagging. Bang. So Arsenal fans' big mistake was not sacrificing the exchange this away. Because I think this away looked totally unclear to me. I have no idea who's better in this position. Someone had talked about king h3 earlier, and I think that that's actually an option. Like, but probably, you know, kind of double-edged because of certain checks and stuff like that. Pointers on the Koli Zuckertort. Have I had other jobs? Well, when I was a little kid, I delivered newspapers for a little while. All right. Let's move on. So S4 with 1,000 bit donation. That's so generous. Thank you. Hey. Weird openings, alright? Hey. What's up? Alright. Thank you for the bits. Now, I've got to play a weird opening. And I said h5, but no. I'm not allowed to play h5. Alright, no h5. He likes h4, h5. That's Panda's favorite. But we're not going to do that. Nothing that crazy. And S4 is a really good player. He's got 50% against me, if you check the score. I like the St. George. I'm going to go with the St. George. This is one of my favorite all-time weird openings. And I probably played it, possibly played it against S4 because I played him, well, you know, the chances are not 100% because it's like only 19 games. This is number 20. Okay, so he played e5. This sort of, you know, it looks a little overextended in a way. But what can I do? I mean, I have to develop my pieces. I have to focus on the center. Hopefully we can confuse him with a super weird opening. He's dangerous in the Sicilian, in the King's Gambit type of crazy stuff. Now we're taking the weirdness to him. Taking the weirdness to him. Got to get pressure on the center. As much pressure on the center as we can. It's not an orthodox setup for white with the e4, f4 and all that. I like to play for the initiative as much as possible. So maybe knight h6. Maybe this is too much for me, though. Okay, knight h6 here. I'm relieved he played that, because I think maybe he had d5. If this move is strong, then my whole knight h6 concept is just blown out of the water. I'm very concerned that that was like a totally horrible mistake by me. But now his queen is somewhat exposed, so I think that he missed a golden opportunity there. To really cause massive problems with d5. What's a good refutation to the St. George? I don't know. I'm not going to reveal my sources. Looks like black's development's getting quite dangerous here. I'm just going to start sacrificing stuff. Sacrificing stuff for the initiative. Now knight d4 right away might be possible. Knight d4. Let's say knight takes d4, knight takes d4. Then he has an annoying move here, queen c4. So I think I have to recapture. I mean, there's no doubt that black is ahead in development at this point. I've got both knights, my bishop, my rook, and my queen maybe in the game. Only his queen, his knight, and maybe the two bishops from the original squares are in. We're slightly ahead in development. He's got to be very careful he doesn't lose. Man, I have knight d4 right away. Bishop a6, I was thinking. This was my original plan, But I was a little bit worried that he would like trade queens and try to grovel for a draw. I mean, it's not really his style. I'm not sure what choices he has here. You know, queen b6. I was thinking queen c8 now. And we play that position. Yeah, see, he's going for it. I don't want to trade queens in this position. Queen a8. That's always an idea. But rook a5 now. I also have knight d4. Okay, so knight d4 or rook a5. If I play rook a5, it gains a tempo, and then I can play like bishop takes c5. If I play knight d4, I'm on his queen. He has to watch the c2 square. Now you have massive development. Such a natural player, this guy. Now what does he do? I'm still down a pawn, but I have fully mobilized development. There's knight b3. I think we just have compensation. His king is trapped in the center. It's reminding me a little bit of this game where Shirov got crushed by Chessbra. Was it Chessbra Jr.? A really messed up Paulson Sicilian. White has like no development. His king can't castle. I'm sure that we both missed stuff. But I hope this inspires someone to take on the St. George with black. And I have... Okay, I was going to say queen c4. He played g3, just protecting his pawn. Bishop d4 is interesting. I mean, castling queenside is too dangerous yet. I could like triple or play queen a8, get all my pieces on open files. It's like a Benko. Someone said queen c4. I mean, that might be a move too. I thought about f6 and d6, obviously. Now I'm attacking this pawn. It would be good to pick that off. It's actually pretty difficult to protect it. You also have the rook f3. I stopped rook f3. Basically, I'm just going to bring out the other rook and then have all my pieces developed. That's the plan. Yeah, I'm ready to like double on the file. At the very least, I mean, black has to get a better end game. I mean, if I'm not winning, I have to have ways to get a big advantage here. This looks like suicide. I think he's committing suicide. I mean, any kind of heavy piece ending where his king is stuck in the center is going to be nasty. It's really hanging tough from a bad position, though. Alekei said I was not connected on my laptop. Thank you for the game. I'm trying to be an expert at Sveshnikov. There's way too many variations. Yeah, knight a3 is just an obscure move. I think I saw. Can't remember who it was now. One grandmaster actually played that. Queen b6 now. He's such a monster. He's like hanging on here. Well, that I didn't expect. Wow. Never did I expect him to bring his king out in the middle of the board like that. I've got him a little bit out of position now. And here. We should have a strong attack. Still not that easy. E5 check. Man, dude. All right. What a tough customer. Now I should be able to convert this. Man, not an easy game. Four against two. It's going to take work to win it. He could still try to play like h4, h5 probably. And then I'm going to have to... If he plays h4, I'll have to play h5. Let's see what the computer says. I guess I could play g5 as well. No, the computer thinks any of the above. h5, even king f8. Okay. Wow, tough game, man. All right. That was exciting. All right. Wubba is not a subscriber, right? Guys, tell me who are subscribers. Got to take the subscribers first. Got a lot of subscribers now. Where are my challenges? All right. So, Morales, Mule Skinner, Nefedov, Testosterone, Juicebox Wizard. All right, let's play Morales. Wubba. I'd like to take you next, but I have to take the subscribers first. All right. I'm going to play... We're going to play something here. Something unusual. So, yeah, let's play the Polish opening with b4. I see 4 versus 2 and assume it's a win. Well, I mean, most 4 versus 2 is a win. I mean, there's few and far between in that type of distribution that would be a draw. I'd have to have really big problems with my position for it not to be a win. It's fairly easy to create eventually 2 connected passed pawns in that kind of ending. But he put up miraculous defense from a tough position, honestly. So we talked about this a while. Someone suggested this the other day. I think move 11 suggested b4, a5. And while it's not a bad move, I think that it helps white a little bit. Like, that should be spatially advantageous for white. But playable. Spatially advantageous. Crazy house opening. Is it a good crazy house opening? Stay away from the king side. Now he played e5. I feel like a5 plays on white's strong side. You know, I played b4. I'm claiming the queen side as my territory. Now he's playing on my strong side. But it's obviously... This is obviously playable for black, even with a5 in. I mean, I'm playing the weird opening here, not him. So it should be absolutely viable. And I have no theoretical knowledge of this. I'm playing on instinct. I mean, it's basically a St. George reversed. It's not a St. George reverse, though, because I've been more... Move 11, I'm just talking about you. You suggested b4, a5, b5. I mean, you suggested b4, a5 the other day on one of the streams. Theoretical knowledge. Well, I mean, you know, if you really play b4 in a tournament on a tournament level, I mean, you better have some theoretical knowledge of what you're doing. It's still an opening, man. I mean, it's better than the Grob. You know, I think that b4 is fairly legitimate. Fairly legitimate. Again, I referenced like Grandmaster Andras Shadorian, who I have a pamphlet that he made, and he gives like b4 like a dubious or something like that. I mean, he's kind of crazy and abstract and really eccentric, but he's right in a way. Like, I think that b4 is technically like slightly dubious. But on the other hand, like b3, it's more aggressive than b3. b3 is more kind of more passive. What do we got for lag here? Ping is up to 377. I'm not really happy with that. Camel Culture, did you play the Grob against me? Camel Culture. It tilts people. That's why I played the... Dude, I played the St. George in like 6 tournament games. Because it does tilt people. I mean, all of my opponents when I played the St. George against them, most of them were like freaked out. And they made them play bad. The only one who didn't play bad was Josh Friedel, and he beat me. But it wasn't an easy game even for him. I'm not sure if he was tilted, though. He seemed not tilted. He seemed like he took it pretty seriously. Man, my ping just went out of the stadium. I think it's my move, and I'm losing on time right now. This is the highest I've seen my ping get. My internet went out today, so they're having some problems with Comcast, but I don't think this is Morales. I mean, this must be me, but then again, it's only 350. He should have made a move by now. Nobody's clock's running. That's usually a problem. I need to refresh the page. All right. Yep. I should have thought of that a little earlier. All right. My bad. I thought my second move got through, but it didn't. This is not the first time this has happened. No, not Hungarian internet. The Hungarian internet is great, man. We're talking about North American internet. That's the problem. Comcast. No, my Hungarian internet rocks, man. I want to call up Comcast and be like, you know what? You know, I live in a country that has a gross domestic product like much lower than the United States, and my internet is great there, and it sucks here in the United States. Why is it so bad? The North American internet. Hungarian internet, it rocks, man. At least in Budapest. I mean, UPC, I'm very, very happy with my internet. This internet here in Massachusetts, it sucks. I've got very bad lag. It's expensive. I've got, what else? It goes out, like it went out this morning for an hour. Thank you for the extra time, Morales. Okay, normally I don't want extra time, but an extenuating circumstance like that, that's completely appropriate. Knight f6. Okie dokie. So, what are we going to do here? Like a weird English opening with c4? I'm not used to this pawn being wedged up there like that. Soltigo, good to see you again. Why is that pawn on b5? Exactly. Like, I'm like, wait, why is my pawn on b5? So how would this be a good thing? All right, whatever. We've got to do something. I'm going to make a decision here. I don't know. I wonder if I should play like a... You could go crazy and play a kind of weird Scandinavian with d4 and take with the queen. Because he doesn't have knight c6. That's strange. Man, alright, where's my move? No more lag. Hungary is not more capitalist than the U.S. I don't think so. But the internet is better. They don't cheat their internet customers as much as in the United States. That's another thing that I've noticed though. If you watch TV in Hungary or Europe, probably in general, and like in the United States, I mean, every other commercial in the U.S. is like some kind of scam. It's like ridiculous. Like every commercial on TV is a scam, trying to scam people out of money. I mean, you don't see that as much in Europe. You know, it's like the whole culture is like trying to scam you out of money here in North America. All right, bishop c5. Now, obviously it's tempting to play d4, but I think I need a little bit more development. Let's go here. Now it's going to get interesting. I'm just pretending I'm playing the Sicilian, and my pawn is like on b4. It's like a reverse Sicilian, and my pawn is already advanced to like b4. American television selling people stuff on TV, it's like, it's sick, you know? Like, that doesn't exist as bad in Europe. I mean, there are channels selling stuff, but not every commercial is like scamming people. The U.S. Canada is a paradise comparatively. That's North America basically. We have Mexico. North America is consisting of Mexico, Canada, and the United States, as far as I know. But maybe like technically it's not. That's the continent I live in here. But I think that it's crazy. Anyway, we're off topic. Good move, d6. He's not suckered into playing e4. The Caribbean, too. Good call by Bob. Caribbean doesn't count. Well, according to some of our leaders, it doesn't anyway. Queen c2 is a little early for Queen c2, but it does seem like an appropriate move here. And Central America. Bob, you're so complete. Bob does trivia contests at the pub every week. And you can tell. I'm specializing in subtlety go. Bishop d3. Wait, Puerto Rico doesn't count as North America, does it, Bob? That's part of South America. Nope. No, sorry, that's not how it works. It's a sad truth. Puerto Rico is part of North America. It's actually connected to the United States in many ways. Sadly. But anyway, we are moving on to chess here. Knight on bd7, and Morales is hanging tough. Panda. h4. He's like, anytime you can play h4, you play h4. It's my favorite move. So Panda's calling for the old h4. I mean, if you say so. If I lose this game, it's your fault. So h4. This is actually close to like some lines of the e3 English that I've played on occasion and also like lost to with black. I mean, it's the typical Sicilian idea. Actually, Aldisto, who hasn't been on the stream lately, one player from Germany, he loves to play like h5 in the Sicilian. Panda emote. We're going to have to get a panda emote and the fugu. h4. This is the second time he told me to play h4. Last time I almost lost. Yeah, now what do? You played h4, now your king is just stuck in the center, and the guy's evacuating with like king f8. What did you get me into here, Panda? The bishop's got to come out here. Now, I have some experience with this, believe it or not, because when people play like e4, c5, bishop c4, that type of setup, I've often experimented with the setup basically just like this. What I'm doing here with white, with the black pieces and the Sicilian. It's just that my pawn would be like on b3 instead of on b4, b5. Openings for white according to Panda. Yeah, he wants to play h4. He's been trying to talk me into that. I said no, I will not play h4 on the first move. That's there's a Hungarian, everything is related to Hungary, but there's a Hungarian master named Kadash Gabor, who I never actually met, but he was like the authority on 1h4 apparently. This was a really tough choice on where to put my, or which way to recapture on e4. Uh-oh. Well, I can play bishop d5. I am, however, slightly concerned about knight f6. Maybe we missed our golden opportunity there. The absolute crazy variation like bishop h7 check. I don't really want to go there. I don't like the way this went. I thought I had better. I've let it kind of slip. Now it seems like black's kind of getting out of this. Like he was in anything in the first place. Maybe all the time his position was okay. Position. I do have knight e4 though. Knight e4 could be a tiny bit awkward for black. He does have an issue there with the bishop getting trapped very awkwardly. Maybe I'm still better. Well, that was lucky. We do have a time advantage, but I try not to think about the time. The little pony plush, don't tell anybody about that. That's very embarrassing. Very embarrassing, Bob. Bang. Trying to be creative. We got him in time pressure. Tiempo. All right. We've got d4 in some moment too. But I'm just going to land that knight on f5. That's got to be good. It's a good place to start, Mr. Knight. I feel like Pavel Blatny. He does stuff like this. It would have started with like 1b3. This is a totally Blatny game. Like freaking people out with the weirdness. But I feel like I'm kind of hanging around too long without making clear progress. Is that a good move? Probably. You got to try to put him away on time. He saw that. Master saw that. Just white squares. Oh no. Slightly uncomfortable. An uncomfortable situation. He found that. He's going to get out of this? No. There's no g6. Now he's got threats. I can go here. No queen h2. No controlling d7. Yeah. All right, that is indefensible. All right, fun game. That's why we do this weird Wednesday stream, to play crazy fun positions like this. You're canceling your challenge. Nefedov, you're like a night owl. Why would you cancel your challenge? You're like constantly up very late. That was a really fun game. Okay, Mule Skinner, Nefedov maybe. Testosterone. I think we lost Tushar. Testosterone. I didn't realize that Tushar like maybe needed to play earlier. I would have taken his challenge if he had specifically asked. I wasn't thinking about it. So Mule Skinner, Nefedov, Testosterone, Juicebox Wizard. And that'll round out the subscribers. We have time. We'll play a game with a non-subscriber, but I'm not sure, guys. The Twitch emotes have been officially chosen. Now we need a panda emote. What are we gonna do? But there are pandas, right? Just general pandas. Quickly watch the vid of my game. Okay, Tushar. I'll see you. So, Mule Skinner, we'll play a little knight c6. I feel like I already played Mule Skinner, but that was Morales. I get them confused. They're like 10-letter words that start with M. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, a lot more than 10. 5, 6, 11. It's a lot more than 10. All right. One of my students said that there's a book where this guy recommends, like an IM or GM actually recommends knight f6, but that looks horrible for black. Like knight f6, e5, knight g4, h3, knight h6, or some kind of utter garbage. I wouldn't even play that in the Weird Wednesday stream. Let's try e6. Pushing the envelope again, Bob. Hot Tantra. Alright. So e6 a bit weird. Definitely outside the known. Outside the known realm of normal lines. We played this a few times before. Any good stories about me and my wife? You're celebrating your 10th anniversary tomorrow. Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. Actually, most of my chess stories are like older. I'll have to think. Chess stories. I mean, my wife not really that involved in the chess side. d4, d5. So it's basically just a weird French where my knight's on c6 very early. Anyway, congratulations, nephew. That's awesome. 10 years. Now we transpose to the French exchange. No way to avoid this. I can't take with the queen here, with the pawn. Move to e6. So we're going to do our best to play just actively here in this French exchange. Bishop b5 from Mule Skinner. That's got to be a kind of rare move. You're like playing in a Nimzo kind of style. And there could be very aggressive plans in inherent, like c4 maybe. Do I have children? I do. They're Hungarians. Bishop b5. I make Hungarian children. Bishop b5. Alright. Oh man, I've got a really, really bad stiff neck here. Bishop to b5. I haven't really taught my kids to play chess properly. My daughter, she knows how the pieces move. She has the basics. My son just started to learn how the pieces move. But I never really liked seeing adults like forcing kids to learn, so I've been kind of waiting for them to want to learn on their own. Bishop to b5 here. Bishop to b5 here. I can't go into details of that on the stream. Wubba dubba lub lub. It's too controversial. But bishop b5 or bishop f4. You marry a Hungarian person. I guess that's not even necessary to get married, but you understand how it works. So, but my family lives in Hungary. I'm visiting here in the United States for the summer. So bishop to b5 and then bishop to g4. I was thinking this would be the most active move. I'm getting kind of scared, honestly. I don't normally talk that much about my personal life. I just kind of, don't like to mix business with pleasure. Speaking of scams, I've been seeing a lot of ads saying I should hook up with Hungarian beauties in my local area. Well, that's like international, isn't it? It's like Asian beauties, Russian beauties. It seems like it's just every kind of beauties. Like if you're on the internet, that's the standard, no? Castles. I'm playing a little bit like the game that there was a game that Kamsky crushed. Who was it now? Daniel Dubov, I want to say. It wasn't Dubov. I think it was someone else. Somebody played like a maniac against Kamsky on the black side of a French exchange and got their head handed to them. I just can't remember. No, Wubba Dubba Lub Lub is from Hungary. That's why it's like appropriate that he's asking, I guess. So, castles, bishop d6, knight d7. I got to get my king out of here. Well, I guess I have to develop. I mean, bishop d6 makes the most sense. This is the most natural. The knight comes to e7, blocks the check along the e line. We can still think about castling kingside or queenside, depending on what white does. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm relieved it was a joke. All right, so bishop d6. Anyway, guys, we have time for a few more games. At least 2 more games. I can't guarantee more than that. So, Nefedov, Testosterone, Juicebox Wizard. We had huge support from Sal today, S4, 1,000-bit donation. This past weekend, Juicebox Wizard made a great donation on Sunday, along with S4, and I mean, we had so much support from you guys. Not S4, it was Clash Kid, excuse me. But I get them confused because they're both from Austria, and they both supported the stream quite a bit. H3. Now we have to make the moment of decision here. Make the moment. Bishop h5, g4, he goes nuts. Bishop g6, 95. That's one possibility, and the other possibility would be to like go back to d7 when I'm probably thinking about castling kingside without a place for my queen. Bishop takes f3 is just lame. Like bishop takes f3 and then I castle kingside, he plays c3, and white is probably better. That's a bad option, I think. The panda just no, okay? Panda's over there, he's like asking me to play h5. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Play h5, h5. Oh, I said h5. h5. No, it's not sound, man. That's too much. We can't play h5. You gotta be kidding me with the h5. That's just ridiculous. No, I'm not playing h5, dude. There's no way I'm playing h5. So bishop h5, g4, bishop g6, knight e5, and then castles kingside. I think I'd rather just go back here. Just take my chances. We'll see after the game if this was a good decision or not. I don't know. I felt uncomfortable about both bishop h5, g4, bishop g6, knight e5, and the other option of This is probably better for white though. It's not very exciting, but yeah, you know my Hungarian is very weak. I mean, I'm probably like first grade level, and so it would freak people out, but it would also embarrass me with the Hungarian speakers. So it's kind of tough. I would think about it. Yeah, I can get my kids to teach me to speak better. All right, knight c3. This is pretty boring now. I was trying to get an interesting game, but I guess the truth is that I should have gone for bishop h5 and the g4 and the bishop g6 and the knight e5 and try to find an active way of playing that. I guess I could play like f6 at the end of that line, but I couldn't because of the knight takes c6, actually. I would have had the castle after knight e5, and then I was scared of f4 and stuff like that. I thought white's just better there, to be honest. I'm very, very scared of that line. So, here we are. His bishop is strangely placed on b5, and my bishop is strangely placed on d7, which is more strange. But I think this is okay to play f6. It very slightly weakens my king side, but it's probably fairly standard. I might be able to play this crawling the queen over here, which would be actually borrowing a plan from Roman in the Nimzo. With the white side of the Nimzo, but I can't because of knight takes c3, actually. Knight takes d5. Yeah, that's on c3, but it's going to d5. I can't play queen e8 because of knight takes d5, duh. So, that's... I can't play queen e8 because I can play queen e8. Now I can play queen e8. It's like he's trying to trick me or something like that. Yul Skinner found a way to let me play queen e8. We have some tricks. Most jobs will become automatized. Yes. So we're looking at some sort of possible pawn sacrifice. Knight takes d4. Knight takes d4, bishop takes b5, knight e6, followed by rook f7. I think we should go for it. It's always good to have the f7 square available. Alright, guys. Nefedov, if you still want to challenge, I'll take you next. And then Chestosterone and Juicebox Wizard. All of our remaining subscribers. I don't leave anyone out. So we're going out on a limb here, literally, with bishop takes b5. The sneaky queen e8. I'll go to any length to try to win a pawn, no matter how awkward. But it seems okay. I have rook f7, then I bring the bishop back. My d5 is protected. Bishop takes b5. And what's this? Knight d4, no problem. So we're basically just a pawn up. I've got to keep an eye on the d5 pawn and the weak square on e6. I consider this to be a very greedy move, queen takes b2, and I would think it would be unnecessary. I think if I wasn't up material, I would take this pawn on b2, but being up a pawn, my general thought process is don't take unnecessary risks when you're already up material. I think that's just a good general rule. Skinner has a tiny bit of comp here. And this is kind of awkward. Okay. I defended my d5 pawn. I don't care about the a7 pawn. I am not going to go to any great lengths to defend that. In fact, I might have rook a8 in some positions. My concern is that he has some sort of compensation. He can use his active development to hit me with c4. But perhaps something like bishop c1 is too slow. He's sort of circumventing some stuff I could do. Man, I almost lost on time. Okay, I've got to pay attention to the time here. Time is important. You take risk when down material. Presto changeo. I said I wasn't going to get any great lengths to defend the pawn, but anyway, my bishop was in an awkward spot, so knight d4. That's too passive. He really should try to put pressure. There isn't much time, I know. Probably not the best idea to go into this minor piece ending. I wouldn't say this is like the optimal situation. Try to find another way to make progress here. Defended like genius this game. Shouldn't this be winning? Yeah, it's over now. That was a really, really tough game, man. Only 60 moves. Okay, good game. Let's go to Nefedov. I'm going to try to finish out the rest of the subscriber challenges here. So E4. Running out of openings, obviously. Unusual openings are hard to come by. That was a tough ending. It might even be like a draw if he plays it perfectly. That bishop versus knight. It was a bad decision for me. I mean, that's a typical kind of endgame where you can really typically draw oftentimes down a pawn. What are we going to do against Nefedov here? We'll try the elephant gambit. Probably a bad idea, but he's like, what? Knight f6, knight g8 for the first two moves. Okay, so knight takes e5. Isn't d takes e5 the main line of the elephant gambit? I think it is. He's supposed to do that. Is this good for white? Maybe this is just good for white. Is this a bad elephant gambit? It's a bad elephant. What am I supposed to play there? Bishop d6? I guess I'm supposed to play bishop d6. Then if d4, pawn takes e4? I mean, it still seems problematic. Isn't black doing well here? It's a good question. I have no idea. I never played the elephant gambit, and I don't know the theory, so I have to kind of figure it out over the board. Right? Well, queen d4 looks interesting. But then queen h5 would just annihilate me, wouldn't it? If I play queen d4. Like, what doesn't annihilate me here? Queen g5? Am I seriously supposed to play queen g5, d4? That's got to be good for white. Queen takes g2, rook f1. That looks crazy. I think I made some mistake here because this doesn't look right. This looks really strong for white. Alright, I'm going to try this. This doesn't look healthy though. This can't be right for black. Nefedov. Panda can say it. Panda, can you say it? Nefedov. Nefedov. Alright, that was close. I've practiced it a lot now. Queen g5, we're going to confuse him with absolute unsound chaos. Can white go wrong here? Nefedov actually plays the Schliemann with black. I mean, that's kind of a romantic opening like this too. Your internet is going very, very slow. I may have to withdraw your challenge. Let me know. Juicebox, you're up last, so I have one more challenge from Testosterone. Why not knight h6? Yeah, well, because it's on the side of the board. Knight h6, I mean, it's probably bad too. Probably better than queen g5, though. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, but here... Man, are we better? What is going on? He fell into my trap. Then he takes a7, bishop g4. I don't know. It's the classic counter trap. Well, I guess I have to take. Panda's still trying to play h5. No h5, man. Stop yourself. So I have to take this. And I guess this is pretty unclear, to be honest. Reconnecting. So take, check. First of all, where am I putting my king in this position? Like on e8. Queen takes c7. Man, this is going to be really, really unclear. He's going to get a few pawns for the piece. I mean, I don't know objectively what's happening here. This looks pretty weird. Pretty weird. But it's not that simple because he's like checking here and taking this, and then this is hanging, and then I have no development. I'm not that certain what's actually happening here. I guess king e8, I suppose. Now, if queen e6 check, knight e7, defending the c8 square from invasions. If queen takes c7, I play knight d7, rescue my rook. But this is totally insane. You're going to be closing your challenge. Your internet seems to be going out. All right, Juicebox. We will see you soon. So the last game will be Testosterone. And I don't think I have time to take the non-subscribers. If Testosterone's still here. This very important move defending the c8 square. And it looks like I'm better, maybe. Better, maybe? I don't know who's better here, actually. I have queen g6. I think that's good. You know? We got to get out of here. We got to get him out of here. Because I can't operate with that queen in the middle of my position. So what's up? Queen c4. Now my king has moved, unfortunately, so there is no castling in the classical sense. We just got to pretend it's chess 960, right? That's all. This is chess 960, guys. And black has a development lead. And I can't castle because I don't know why. But I don't think that opening was quite sound. I mean, queen g5 is an idea in the Schliemann, right? But here, in this opening, that didn't seem right. Now, how do I get the rest of my pieces out? I have knight d4. That could be interesting. It could also backfire. I have no development. Knight d5. Bishop takes f8. It's kind of a weird move. Knight d5 castles. No. Knight d5, knight takes d5, bishop takes a3. Knight takes c7, check, king d7. Artificially castling. Knight b5, bishop somewhere. I really don't want him to castle. Choosing moves at random. Seemingly random. Yeah, rook d4 was a move. Definitely. Giving away all my ideas. No, this is definitely an idea. I just wanted to stop him from castling. No. I mean, now I could play rook d4 next. You could play f3 here, but I'd have an h4 check. I don't know that that does anything, though. I have no idea who's even better here. I mean, he's down a piece, but he has the initiative. I mean, I have these pieces are out of the game, and I guess the computer would win with black, though, I think. Guys, tomorrow's subscriber stream. So if you're a subscriber, drop by the stream and bring a game to analyze. We can share the games on the stream, analyze together. I have 95. That's a threat. A promise or a threat? Well, there's knight d5. That's kind of weird. So I've got this really strong threat now. Or maybe not, because of knight. Yeah, this still looks like a really strong threat of knight e5. You can't take on e4. King d7. Wow, it didn't even occur to me. That's a good idea. Absolutely. And king here and walk away. That's a really good idea. That's probably even stronger than rook d7. Damn, I didn't think of it. Now he's actually sacrificing a second piece, which seems a little extreme. Oh no. Now you have this. Forcing a trade of queens. We're up 2 pieces. Yeah, king d7 was a strong move. And it's mate. Mate is mate. Alright. That was crazy, but I bet this is not good for black. It's safe to assume. I made a mistake on move 3 or something. Yeah, I'm supposed to play what? I'm supposed to play bishop d6 and develop a piece. I think queen e7 might be a move as well. It's not really good. Yeah, bishop d6 is probably okay. Yeah, this guy Skachkov has played this a lot, actually. There's even a Kovalenko game when he was young. Scary player. But, yeah, so d takes e4. A couple good guys have actually played this. Wow. Zelchich and Skembris. So bishop c4 is the best move, according to the engine. So I did the Stefan Bucher move. Richie is probably right. Like, knight h6 is ugly, but the best move. Most likely. Stefan Bucher wrote a book called The Vulture. It was about, like, d4, knight f6, c4, c5, d5, knight e4. Like, you pretend you're playing the Benoni or the Benko, and then you just stick your knight on e4. Like when white plays d5. This guy's like a... He was a German, I don't know if he's still around, a German specialist in obscure openings. So I repeated the queen g5. This is just bad, I guess. But Nefyonov immediately going wrong. This is just better for black. So either bishop takes f7 or d4. d4 inherently feels like the right move. There's actually that game with rook f1, but it looks like this is the critical line. Bishop takes f7 check. I don't know where you move the king. And then, like, move the rook next move. And black doesn't have enough compensation. That's pretty easy to see, I think. It's a little bit weird, but yeah. So Nefyonov got tricked. Alright, guys. Last game, Testosterone today. I'm going to close out the other challenges. I only have time for one more. This is our last subscriber challenge. Tomorrow's subscriber stream. Friday, I have open challenges. So if you guys got rejected and you couldn't play, please come on Friday, because I just take the subscribers and everybody together in one group. We just play challenges as I get them. But anyway, that was fun. Yeah, I couldn't recall. I haven't studied the Elephant Gambit. It's very similar. You know, it reminds me of like the Latvian or something. So, weird openings today. We played a lot of different stuff. I'll try e4 again. Well, Nefyonov, now you know what to do if black misplays the Elephant Gambit with d takes e4. You know how to handle it perfectly now for your next Elephant Gambit. I think I only once had to face it against like a 1900 player in a rapid tournament. That's my only one time when someone played the Elephant Gambit against me. e4, g6. So, yeah. It's hard to play weird openings against g6. I've done h4 before, and I've done like a3 probably. And, you know, I'm kind of limited. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just play like a bad setup? Let's try something in the main lines to vary. You can play g4 at some point. Yeah, I've done that once. I did once play against the Peerts, like bishop e2 with g4. It's actually a line. Okay, that sounds interesting. So d6, what do we do now? Yeah, I mean, against the Pirts, it makes sense to play like bishop e2 and g4, but if he's not doing knight f6, I think g4 loses its effectuality, so... He could just totally make something up, you know? That's always a good thing to do. We're making it up. Just making it up. Queen d3. Strange idea. The made-up variation here with queen d3. Just for something different. To throw black off, maybe. Probably not a great move, but not compromising my position too much. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing, and for your donation. Saul S4 donated 1,000 bits. Never seen queen d3. Yeah, this is obviously a typical idea in the Sicilian, but here it's a new idea. If I was Emery Tate, I would play like queen f3 or something. He loved to do that, but we can't just drop our pawn on d4, I think, without any compensation. Now, obviously, knight b4, he's looking for knight b4. This is one of his main ideas. But the thing is that knight b4 might actually possibly backfire for white, for black at some point. Knight b4, very strong move. I mean, queen b5 check. It almost wins a piece. Is that just really good for white? Knight b4, queen b5 check, knight c6, d5, a6, queen a4, b5. Knight takes b5, a takes b5, queen takes b5. That looks kind of dicey. Like, that could go both ways. I'm not sure that's necessarily good for white. But anyway, like, I could just play queen d2. I mean, knight b4 is probably just a bad move. There are lots of Sicilians where you can play queen d3. Like, what comes to mind to me is the rouser. In the main line of the rouser, after bishop g5, white can play queen d3 instead of queen d2. A couple of Hungarian players actually used to play that. Two of my teammates, Tibor Tolnai and Zoltan Vargazoli and Tolnai. Okay, e5. Yeah, this is logical. I mean, I think this queen is kind of weird, but... Well, now there's a lot of pressure on d4. I don't really like pushing that much, but maybe I should consider it. I mean, I can castle queenside, build up quickly. Yeah, maybe this is not bad. Again, he has knight b4. That loses a piece. Knight d4 doesn't look that good, as it might in some other circumstances. This is possible. Knight d4. Knight e7 is probably like the safest. He's also got knight b8. But I don't know, you know. Do you want to take this and give up your dark squared bishop? That's not really my preference here. White has other options. Play around it. I like knight to e2. Just, it's like a modern defense standard line where, let's say, like the modern defense against e4, d4, c4. There are some lines like this. But I don't want to give up my dark squared bishop particularly for nothing. And here the queen is fairly good. It might help me to double up. If he tries anything like c5, I can take en passant on c6 and just hammer him down the d file. But I can play c5, but then I take en passant and the d file is pressured. And the queen on d3 seems almost good there. So guys, I'll send a reminder email to the subscribers about tomorrow's subscriber stream. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks, Soltigo.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Hello. Hello. Listen. Just play h4.
Oh, you can see me in the background there. I'm a terrible puppet master. So knight takes e2, bishop takes e2. And now it looks like Pretty standard, closed, modern type of thing. Speaking of g4, if he lets me, I'm going to do it. I think. Having second thoughts now. With knight e7, like, g4 is definitely a good move. I play that instantly. f5. Laszlo Vadas would have played like Vadas Laszlo, like bishop h6. Probably not that bad, actually. You get to trade your bad bishop at the cost of time. But I had a game against Vadas, pretty much a similar position where I just did like h4, h5 there, Panda. Now he's stopping g4 for the moment, but not forever. Let's say I castle queenside. Play it like a Samish. Play it like a Samish. Yep. Put another shrimp on the Barbie. Alright guys, last game. Thanks for your support and for watching and subscribing. We'll be back tomorrow 4 p.m. with our subscriber stream. Alright, h4 Panda. Panda. In Hungarian, he's Panda. Very important, like, difference in the pronunciation. Panda. h4. g4 is not happening just yet, though it's on the agenda. Rook g1. h3, that's subtle. Yeah, rook g1, it's telegraphing the intentions. Plus I like my rook here because it's keeping him from those nasty thoughts of c6 or something like that. I don't really want him doing that. He should have some counterplay. This is not so easy. And my queen would be better on, maybe better on d2 in some lines where I can use this diagonal. Although here there are some advantages too. Maybe it could come across. It also protects the e4 pawn. That's kind of a benefit of having the queen on d3. Proper British English. Panda. That's true. Potato. I didn't laugh out loud like that for a while. Pandas and potatoes. Grilled panda with potato. Alright, I'm getting a little tired, guys. We're going to get out of here. Where am I going with my knight? Mr. Knight. Grilled panda with pantato. Actually, bishop f3, kind of a weird move. But it has its moments. Maybe we should just make the Great Migration, right? I don't know why this didn't occur to me. This is the entire point of bishop f3, to go here and like bounce him over here. Okay? h4. Still not so easy. Testosterone's hanging tough. The proper pronunciation of panda. Panda. Say it like a New Yorker. Panda. He was a panda. can't really do a good New York accent because I'm not from there, but I was close enough. Panda would sound funny with a Russian accent. He'd be awesome. Yeah, he needs like one of those discriminating voices because all pandas have Chinese accents. Now what am I gonna do? How are we gonna flatten him? Playing on both sides of the board. Piece sacrifices. F4 is out. I don't like that idea. Turning into Boris Gelfand. Now there's like bishop d2, guarding a5. Is this a good move? Like, why am I doing this? I don't know if this is a good idea. Totally changing plans in midstream. Bishop d2 was kind of weird. I don't know about that. That seems like a little strange. Sacrificing a pawn. Or not. Wow. I might have to take that. I might have to take you up on that. But that would be a very hard win if I do that. Let's not do it and say we did. If I take that pawn, he plays rook a8, and then I'll have to play like bishop takes b6, cb, and then king b1, followed by knight c1, and it's just pretty backward along the a file. So I think I'd rather nod and say I did, as far as taking the pawn on a5. There's lots of other good stuff we can do. Keep the tension for as long as possible. And I was thinking of evacuating, but Testosterone played this pretty well. Now maybe b4. Wow, it just occurred to me. No, not b4, only if you go there with a knight, but still. Alright. Well, maybe we can win on time. He's not going to let me win on time. Let's think of another option. Okay. 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 I'm going to have to be very careful here. Elmer Fudd. I'm glad he played that. I was more concerned about a different move. Black seems to be okay, despite my space advantage. I'm not sure if he should do this, though. Doesn't seem like exchanging rooks was the best idea for black. My knight kind of sucks. How about that? Going after that pawn. Actually, I like where my queen is. Let's just leave it there. Okay, first this. Then the knight, and then the rook or something like that. I have a new idea. Looks like he's trying to set up tricks with knight c4 check or something like that, and it's probably almost working now. Man. Okay. Right, I'm just walking away. Calmly walking away. Take, king c3. Wow, he just went berserk. Is that a good move? Take, king takes. And then, can that be good, master? Can that be right? I'm just walking away, taking the chalupa, and living to tell the tale. Now, there's no mate, right? I mean, you don't even have a check. Oh, I'm going to make an illegal move. Illegal moves are bad. Illegal moves are bad. I was going to play king c3, but I had a second thought about that. This is just insane. Whoa. All right. Man, dude. Oh my god. What an intense game. Damn, he just keeps finding these moves. Whew, dude. Wow. Where is he coming up with these moves? With no time left. What an insane play. Oh my god. He's just winning. Just totally winning. Nice game. Well, that was an impressive game, man. Wow. That was insane, dude. Wow. Really insane play with no time left. Wow, dude. I don't know, man. I guess I was okay at some moment, but you played fantastically. Insane. Like every defensive move you could find. I thought I was going to win on time. He had no time left. Finds all these moves. Man, oh man. This is crazy. Pawn takes pawn. I blundered with this move. Now check. Man, wow, that is sick. King g8. I thought I was doing okay, but then he's just winning after e4 check here. Apparently I have a perpetual. Rook d8 check. What? Why would this be a draw? I don't understand. King e8, and then I'm down a pawn. Strange that the computer thinks this is a draw, because it looks very, very bad. Yeah, you went crazy, man. That was an insane game. Wow. So I couldn't find a defense here in this position, but I had several. For some reason I panicked here and played like giving you the piece back. It's been a long stream, but I should have been able to win this. Like, I'm up a piece. But anyway, really good job and excellent execution at the end. So guys, thanks for watching and playing International Master William Paschall. This was our Weird Wednesday stream. Got taken down in the last game here. That wasn't fun. But anyway, I will see you later tomorrow. It will be... So it's Thursday subscriber stream, and it'll be game analysis. Guys, submit games, and 4 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday, we'll have the stream. You guys enjoy yourselves for tonight.
Hey. Good game.
All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, Soltigo, for moderating. Thanks, everyone. Good game, Turkey Farm. Congratulations on the win. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.